Our second contest of the day sees the USA Select U18 program take on Ontario here at the Brogden Cup. Glenn Clark with you from Tierney Field, USA Lacrosse headquarters in Sparks, Maryland. Team USA in the white shorts, the blue numerals. They'll send Sean Creeder, the future Maryland Terrapin, out to the dot to start this contest. Ontario in the red shorts with the white numerals and the chrome helmets. They'll be moving left to right here in this first half. Great to have you with us. The USA Lacrosse Fall Classic, day number 3. We conclude Brogden Cup competition. Creeder, who had a solid day yesterday, begins this one with a face-off victory. This is an outstanding opportunity for a rematch of what has been the best contest of this competition so far. Overtime thriller yesterday as Team USA rallied from down 2 late in regulation to defeat Ontario 9-8. Nate Kabiri, Tristan Jewell really involved as the U.S. gets an early opportunity in front, and Matthew Hahn scores. He somehow got wide open in the middle, and Hahn makes it 1-0.
USA goal by number 12, Matthew Hahn. With just under 14 minutes remaining in the first half, the score, USA Select 1, Team Ontario 0.
Well, that is just a defensive lapse that allows Hahn to come free, and he puts it home. The future Michigan Wolverine draws first blood for Team USA as they're in front 1-0. Benjamin Abel had 6 saves for Team USA in that win yesterday. Again, 9-8 in overtime against Ontario. They're trying to get off to a better start today. They'll work it back. And in cage to start this one indeed is Benjamin Abel, the future Loyola Greyhound. His future head coach, Charlie Toomey, part of the USA national team staff, is out here the last couple of days. Brock Berman keeps it moving. Team USA already on top 1-0. Dodging. Tarowski. Now from the far side, Upton trying to work around the screen, looking to get free, going to his left. Now dodges back to his right, draws 3 defenders. USA not able to quickly take advantage, but they do work it for a low skip shot. Brock Berman makes it 2-0. Quick start for Team USA, and Team Ontario is not going to waste any time. They're going to call timeout with 12:28 remaining.
Number 11, Brock Behrman.
Behrman scores shooting low, beating Jack Kask, the Ontario goalkeeper. And it is a 2-0 game. The future Notre Dame attacker, Behrman, from the Salisbury School in Salisbury, Connecticut, scoring a second already for Team USA. Again, the clock stops with 12:28 remaining. It's a running clock, but Ontario takes the timeout. 2 15-minute halves in Brogden Cup competition. Earlier today, we saw the U16 U.S. program come away with a victory, 8-3 over Team Ontario. A win in this one would all but seal the Brogden Cup for the Americans. Would still need to win something else today, with 6 more opportunities to do so. But this would just about wrap this up. They have 9 points right now with 7 more games to play. Ontario has 8 points, but only 3 more games to play. Again, the Brogden Cup, you combine both the men's and women's results in order to get a winner. Creeder out there for the face-off, wins it. Great job using his left hand, but he runs and he ends up losing his footing. Slick turf, however, they're gonna call the push. Beat Oldman for the face-off win, and the Americans already leading 2-0. Now back it up with another possession, an opportunity to extend this out even further in the early going. Very fruitful day for the USA yesterday. Pair of wins. The thriller against Ontario. A little bit more decisive victory against Haudenosaunee. Tristan Jewell dodging left. 2 defenders go his way. He sends it back up top. Gravino losing it on the turf. Opportunity for a huge takeaway for Ontario. Ball stays in at the near sideline, and a great snag with one hand protecting that. Jewell, however, might have warded, and it goes the other way. Transition chance for Ontario, and just misfiring on that pass. Keaton Zavitz looking for McPherson. They turn it over. That was a great chance for them to get back into this game. Sloppy passing in the early going. Not only do you have the early start today, sun is a factor. Slick turf is a factor. USA does complete this clear. Now Upton, physical force, shoots low. First save of the day for Jack Kask. Transition again for Ontario. Jake Darlison pushing. He's going to choose to slow it down, let them work their offense. Something they haven't been able to do yet today. 4.5 minutes gone by. Team USA in front, 2-0 over Ontario. Zavitz from the edge of the box. Zavitz has a one-on-one matchup, trying to get inside position, working against Brody Davis. Lets it fly. Not on target, but backed up by McPherson. Feels like a pretty big possession for Ontario. Just wanting to get into this. Darlison make a statement that it's going to be a battle like it was a day ago. Darlison dodging left, trying to get his hands free. Didn't like what he saw, so he kept it moving. Again, no shot clock. You got all the time. Sent back behind to McPherson, who tries to get in front. Didn't have the right angle. It is backed up, however. Stays with Ontario as Zavitz won the race to the end line. 9:20 remaining in the first half. Prolonged possession for Ontario. Swings back to the near side. Gavin Howard. Howard started left, now comes back to his right. Spins, looking for the other way. Good defense from Cantrell. Oh, good movement inside, but not able to hold on to it with Sorichetti. Team USA takes it back. In trouble on the other side, Davis eases. Now he decides to just bully his way across midfield. Brody Davis. Future Denver Pioneer from Seton Hall Prep in New Jersey. Individual effort. Is putting his shoulder down and saying, I don't care if you stand in front of me. Enjoy this shoulder. I'm going to go complete a clear. Give my boys an opportunity to extend the lead. Also using the shoulder, hand trying to get a little separation. Shot fired in too high. Off the stick of Turowski, Jack Turowski. From Northfield Mount Herman in Massachusetts. Behind the cage, Behrman. That one just sort of rolled in the direction of the goal. It's definitely a shot, but not a high quality shot from there. What a big imposing presence Brody Upton is. Future Princeton Tiger. Back behind the cage. Second defender's coming. Getting free, but no angle was Upton, so he backs it out. Again, plenty of time as we move past the midway point of this first half. USA scored the first 2 goals of this game. 2-0 there in front. Running shot, not a great angle, and Brock Behrman not able to solve the Jack Cask puzzle. Cask thinking about a long outlet pass, chooses to pull it back down, look for a better option, and they'll complete the clear as Zavitz brings it in for Ontario. Under 7 minutes to play in this first half. Team USA in front 2-0, CTGB. Great work. Parker Love, head of the Naval Academy in Annapolis, from Paul VI in Chantilly. Possession doesn't last long for Team USA, however. How about that defensive effort? Love and Fallon out there defensively. Cooper Fallon headed to Holy Cross from Hudson Senior High School in Hudson, Wisconsin. He wears number 9. I think his family is right next to me. Great crowd on hand here at Tierney Field. Malachi Good moves it over. Oh, how about that stinger? Low to high from Sorichetti. Right to the top corner. Gets Ontario on the board. Gabriel Sorichetti. Perfect placement.
Number 8, Gabriel Sorichetti, with 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Stinger.
USA select 2.
5.5 remaining in half number 1, and Ontario's on the board for the first time today. So they withstand that early onslaught from Team USA, hang in there, and now they've got a 1-goal game. Crater will go back to the face-off dot. He will face Oldman. 5 minutes to play in the first half. But Ontario right back in it. Crater again, wonderful job with his left hand. Gets it up and a low shot and a score. Perfectly executed to get TJ Underhill a great look and a quick response from Team USA. Underhill's first of the day makes it 3-1.
Underhill. With 4.5.
Crater doing an amazing job using his opposite hand to protect possession after winning the faceoff. And Underhill scores first of the contest. 4:20 remaining. It's 3-1 in favor of the USA Select program. Right back to the dot we go. And a great dig. Crater showing you a little bit of everything. Grabbed his kind of lower rib area. He appears to be hobbling. Crater maybe closer to his hip. Don't like to see that. Crater's been outstanding so far, but he needs some attention. Team USA is going to call a timeout to protect possession. 3-1 game, Team USA in front with 3:58 remaining in the first half. Worth pointing out, Sean Crater, head of the University of Maryland, from Hunterdon Central Regional High School in Flemington, New Jersey. Kind of a neat scene yesterday as Aiden Aiken played for Team USA and scored against the United States national team. And it's worth remembering that Aiden Aiken came from the same USA Select program that we're seeing playing today. So you see that opportunity that's in front of you for these young men, a lot of whom have already made their collegiate decisions, know where it is they're going to be playing, but they can see the path from here to the college level, perhaps from the college level to the national team level, an opportunity that maybe a few years down the road, we could be looking at the players that could be representing Team USA in the World Championships. That's been a big storyline here this weekend at USA Lacrosse. Come this December, decisions to be made about who the 23 players will be on their travel roster for the 2023 World Championships in San Diego. But these young men that have been here this weekend have been able to see those guys up close and personal. And they see the path for themselves to be a part of the Team USA program in the coming years and represent their country at the international level at the senior level. Of course, representing their country right now at the U18 level. Out of the timeout, USA ball. Glenn Clark with you from Tierney Field here at USA Lacrosse headquarters. What an outstanding weekend it's been. Brogden Cup competition. Oh, really winding up and letting that fly was Behrman. He thought about it, said, you know what, I'm gonna give it a look. Shot was wide, but it's backed up. Possession stays with Team USA. Chance to extend this out to their largest lead of the day. It was kind of a forced shot, but rebound picked up, hand all the way out. Moves it back towards the middle. Crater still receiving some medical attention on the sideline. Looks like he's okay. He's done a heck of a job, a whale of a job at the dot so far today. Good movement, stepping into the shot. Behrman delivers. Second of the day for Brock Behrman. Gotta imagine Coach Corrigan likes what he sees.
Number 11, Brock Behrman, his second goal of the game. With just under 2.5 minutes remaining in the
Great vision from Jimmy Ayers, the future Johns Hopkins Blue Jay, to find Behrman for his second goal of the day to make it 4-1. Ayers from St. John's Prep in Massachusetts. Gonna play for Coach Peter Milliman at Johns Hopkins here in Baltimore. 4-1 game, largest lead of the day for Team USA. Much needed face-off win for Jack Oldman. Crater again, a little gimpy as he comes off towards the sideline. It's something we're gonna continue to monitor throughout this game. Don't know how much it impacted him on that face-off. Definitely appears to be in some pain. Sorichetti, who scored the one goal, keeps it moving for Ontario. Zavitz, now drifting towards the middle. Zavitz back to his left. Sends it back behind to X. They'll keep this possession. Sorichetti. Now McPherson. Oh, McPherson nearly intercepted. Braden Poon trying to take that away. Instead, that gets inside and it's put home by Zavitz. That's the risk you take when you go try to get the turnover, is that you end up a little bit out of position, and Zavitz takes advantage of it for Ontario.
By number 21, Keaton Zavitz.
First goal of the day for Keaton Zavitz.
In the first half, the score, USA Select 4, Team Ontario
Cut it
2.
back to 4-2. Go under a minute to play. Braden Poon nearly had it. He's committed to play for Amherst College from the Phillips Academy. 4-2. Crater pushes that one forward, but right at the restraining line, gobbled up and pushed the other way in transition. Opportunity knifing his way through, a long pole goal for Ty Banks. No more electrifying play in this sport.
Team Ontario goal by number 59, Ty Banks.
Banks picks it up, takes it himself, works his way weaving through traffic, gets right in on goal, and beats Abel to make this a one-goal game. Clock does stop at the final 30 seconds, so the clock stops with 19.3 seconds remaining in a huge turn of events for Team Ontario. Just as Team USA had extended the lead to 4-1, they score back-to-back goals. Face-off violation, it will belong to Team USA. Crater, you can tell, really hurting. Gutting it out. Not a lot of time for USA to work with. Gotta go in a hurry. Can they get a shot off? No. Whoa, whoa, does that count? Holy smokes! Dramatically, Brody Davis scores at the buzzer.
USA
Diving, letting it go right as the clock expires. Davis, he knew the assignment.
First half, the score, USA Select.
Watch it again.
Ontario 3.
No angle to boot. Holy smokes. Davis makes it a 5-3 game, a huge goal at the buzzer. We'll come back in, look at our first half highlights. You're watching the 2022 USA Lacrosse Fall Classic.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
So thank you, Lacrosse,
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer.
And wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
Oh, it's on. Watch out, scrub. Whoa! Scores! Logan Wisniewski! Look at J.T. Giles. Harris calls the turnover.
Classic t-shirts.
5-3 Team USA on top of Team Ontario here at halftime, the Brogden Cup. Let's take a look at our first half highlights from this one. Team USA got off to a quick start, wasting no time, getting free. Matthew Hahn scoring the opening seconds of this, and they'd add to it in a hurry. Great ball movement, crisp offense, and stepping in, shooting low. Brock Behrman scoring the first of his day. However, Team Ontario, despite that early attack, they were able to hang in there. Gabriel Soricetti scores, cut it 2-1. Then Sean Creeder, quick win. This is really awesome stuff. Great fake on the shot. Instead, moves it underneath. TJ Underhill with his first goal of the day. And the bomb from outside being dropped by Brock Behrman. Team USA had built up the lead all the way to 4-1. However, Keaton Zavitz scores to cut it to 4-2. Then, in transition, the long pole, Ty Banks holds it all the way down, makes it a one-goal game. This, unbelievable in the closing seconds, literally right at the buzzer. Brody Davis just gets it off, makes it 5-3. Second half underway. Teams switch sides. Team USA leading Team Ontario 5-3. Glenn Clark with you from Tierney Field here at USA Lacrosse headquarters in Sparks, Maryland. Brogden Cup competition. Team Ontario trying to keep their hopes alive. They are definitely on life support at the moment. Again, it's a combined competition, U16 and U18, boys and girls team competition for the Brogden Cup. Originated back in 1988 to honor former Johns Hopkins goalie Max Brogden, who represented the U.S. the 1932 Olympics in Los Angeles. The Brogden Cup originally pitted post-collegiate club players from the United States against Canadian players. It's evolved over time, and that's a huge goal to start this second half. Zavitz for the second time today cuts it back to a one-goal game.
Keaton Zavitz, his second goal of the game.
Watch this effort from Zavitz. Get in front.
Score USA Select.
Again, almost no angle, but he scores. Second goal of the contest. And it's a one-goal game again at 5-4. Brogden Cup has evolved over time since 2019. It's been awarded for this competition involving the USA Select and other international teams. Each team winning points, trying to tic-tac-toe that one. Great recovery defense to knock it away. Ground ball scooped up by Riolini. And Ontario with an opportunity to draw level in the early going of this second half. Since the competition returned in 2019, Team USA has won the first two editions. There was no competition in 2020 due to the pandemic. Haudenosaunee gotten involved. Oh, great find inside, but the ball hits the turf. And it'll go back the way, it looks like it was a crease. It'll go back the way of Team USA. However, not for long. Good movement, free in front, and scoring the game-tying goal is De Silva. Had McPherson there to help him
Ontario
out.
goal by number 4, Christopher De Silva.
Christopher De Silva for the
Just
first
under
time
12
today.
minutes remaining. The score is tied at 5.
Makes it a 5-5 game. And you would have thought that maybe that last second goal from Brody Davis would have been one that would have loomed, and perhaps Ontario would have still been thinking about how frustrating it was to give up a goal at the buzzer, but not the case whatsoever. They have responded extraordinarily well to start this second half. We knew we'd be in for a good game. And you could tell Creeder, what he's dealing with physically, it's impacting him. Oldman, the very quick face-off win. And Ontario now with the opportunity to take their first lead of the day. Don't forget, this was a 9-8 overtime game when these teams got together yesterday. Huge opportunity for a ground ball in there. Battling for it is Davis. Ontario able to get it back. Caden Hewitt coming away with the ground ball. There's a stick loose. It's Davis's. He's got to race off in the meantime, all the way in front. And that'll go back the way of the Americans. 5-5. Kind of reminiscent of what happened in the first half when Team USA scored 2 quick goals and Ontario had to dig in order to battle their way back into the contest. Team USA led by as many as 3 in the first half. It's now a 5-5 game. Defender hit the turf. Nate Kabiri thought maybe he would try to take that in on goal with the defender down. Instead, he just keeps the possession moving. Ball was loose on the turf, but Behrman gets it back for Team USA. Behrman, pair of goals in the first half. Can he pick up where he left off? Spinning back to his right. Oh, trying to thread the needle in front, but it's knocked down. Tremendous defensive play. CT and GB for TB. Ty Banks, who had that goal in the first half, doing the work defensively. Same goalie, Jack Kask, stays on for Team Ontario here in the second half. They got all the time they need to clear. And they will indeed move it up into their attack. 5 minutes and change gone by in this second half. Team Ontario with the opportunity to take their first lead of this contest. Keep their hopes alive. Even things back up at 9 points apiece. Riolini moves it back towards the middle. De Silva. De Silva dodging left. De Silva trying to get some space. Going to swim back to his right. Instead sends it behind. Oh, good movement in front, but great recovery defense. Elliot Rutherford, future Tufts jumbo, in there helping out. Christian Schrader in cage for Team USA and getting into the mix. Early save for Schrader. He's playing the second half for the Americans after Benjamin Abel played in half number 1. USA able to get the clear. Can they retake the lead? We are ticking down towards the midway point of the second half. 2 15-minute halves in the Brogden Cup. Hahn gets free. Moves it back to the opposite side. They keep it moving. Turnaround shot that didn't set the bar. That was the bar from Kambiri. Race towards the corner. And it's going the other way. Good effort by Owen Tapper to get there for Ontario. Win possession back, and once again, Ontario has the chance to take their first lead. It's been a highly competitive game. Ontario scored the first 2 goals of the second half to erase what was a 5-3 halftime deficit. They have not led yet today. Will that change? Low shot. Schrader again there to make the save. Not fooled low. Good looking shot from Malachi Good. Can't get it to go. Might have been good, but it needed to be better. Americans, once again, trying to settle things down. We've gone these first 8 minutes of the second half without scoring. Upton drew the attention, good movement, but Behrman's shot doesn't get through. It's blocked on its way to the cage. And Ontario will have the opportunity to clear. Elijah Edwards pushing it up. Tarowski trying to get it back out on the turf. Not able to come up with it. And Ontario sets up once again. 5-5, 6.5 remaining. Team USA's offensive struggles in the second half continue. Behrman had a good look, but shooting lane wasn't there. Blocked on its way through. And Ontario now trying to put together a perfect possession. It's lobbed in front. Boy, it was not there. McPherson battling for it still, comes away with it. Now it's a bit of a scramble. Ball comes loose once more. Big ground ball opportunity. And somehow again coming away with it. This time Sorichetti for Ontario. He goes, switches fields. Boy, a laser off the stick of Zavitz. Goes high, backed up, stays with Ontario. And oh, there's a piece of equipment. A shoe, that's what it is. A loose shoe behind the cage. And the officials are saying, please go get your shoe. Feels like they were at a trampoline park. Whose shoe is this? McPherson able to go back and get it. Possession continues for Ontario. 5-5 game. Wonder if the USA defenders, and they have to do a lot in this second half, if it starts to impact their legs. Short games, and it's their first game of the day. After playing a couple yesterday, however, inside running shot. That was a good look, just could not quite get it on goal. Good opportunity for Zavitz. Again, this long possession continues for Ontario. Team USA's got to step up, make a play, get this ball out on the turf. Riolini gets free. Riolini scores, and Ontario's got their first lead of the day at 6-5.
Ontario goal by number 3, Casey Riolini. With just over 4.5 minutes remaining, Team Ontario takes the lead, 6-5.
So that's 3 unanswered goals for Ontario here in the second half. And as the clock ticks, down under 4.5 minutes to play in the second half, USA's got some work to do. Now, they had to rally against Ontario yesterday. They trailed by 2 late in regulation, and they were able to force overtime. Right now, they trail by 1. 4 minutes to play. Do they have another rally in them? Ball swiped out. Crater, oh, he did such a great job to try to win the draw, but he didn't come up with a ground ball. Battle continues towards the sideline, and it's going back down the other way for Ontario. Went too quickly, so it'll come back to Silva. 3.5 remaining. USA might need to start selling out a little bit defensively. Cannot allow Ontario to both work the clock and score a goal here. That would be devastating. What a response from Ontario, trailing by 3 in the first half, trailing by 2 at halftime. They have gone in front 6-5, 3 minutes to play. Chance to make this even again, 9 points apiece in Brogden Cup competition. Thrown away. It's going to get back towards midfield, and that'll be an over and back. Opportunity in transition. A huge moment here for Ayers. Wonderful find, but that's off the post. Oh, my word. Wide open Behrman with the goalie out of the cage, and he couldn't dunk it home. 2.5 left. The USA has to dig back in defensively. A huge moment here in this second half. More work to be done. That's all you can do. Just pick back up, go back to work. Right now, maybe Ontario thinking the USA might be ripe for the picking, but Schrader able to find it. Oh, it was loose for a second there off the shot from Darlison, but Schrader gets it back. Under 2 minutes to play. The USA will get another opportunity. They need to clear it first. Can't have any sloppy passes. Oh, hitting the deck, in trouble, but a good job of getting back on his feet by Gravino, Thomas Gravino. Wonderful effort for the future Maryland Terrapin. Of course, his coach, John Tillman, was here this weekend as Maryland played 2 games yesterday against the United States national team. We're gonna watch this one more time. Oh, certainly don't want to pile on a young man. I know it's got to be tough for Behrman. Oh, he had it. Just off the pipe. That's the difference right now. 6-5 game. USA takes the timeout with 1:33 remaining. Critical possession. Of course, they're talking through all of the various scenarios at the moment. What happens if they don't score and Ontario gets it back? They're going through all of these things. How quickly they want to engage. Not a situation where you want to hold for the final shot, of course, because if you don't score on that final shot, game's over. Trailing by 1, you want to work and execute a play call. You practice these situations. Obviously, the select program doesn't get to practice together quite as much as a club team or a high school team. But when they do practice, everybody's familiar with these types of situations. And how you handle them. Call a play you're confident in and look to execute it. Get this square and go try to win the game. USA has not scored in the second half. 1:33 remaining. They trail Ontario 6-5, but they have it out of the timeout. Glenn Clark with you. Day 3 of the USA Lacrosse Fall Classic here at Tierney Field. High drama for a second straight day between these two teams. Can't ask for much more than this. Hahn will back it out. When will he engage? 1:10 remaining. They're going to turn on the stall warning. Hahn into the box. Getting in front, shooting that shot deflected. Race to the end line. Ontario ball. American supporters politely disagree with the ruling that Jack Kask was the closest to the ball when it went out. And the U.S., they got to pressure. 47 seconds left. They got to try to force a turnover. And Ontario is going to use their timeout. Max Perrin, the head coach, is going to use his timeout
42 seconds remaining in the game
to not only protect possession for himself, but also to discuss now their strategies, as they will expect USA to double. Watch this race again. Boy, I don't know. I think that's the right call, if I'm being honest. Jimmy Ayers was there racing for it. Kask. It was very close. There is no question about that. It was very close, very difficult call to make. And a critical call in these moments. 41.5 seconds left. USA is going to have to double. They'll need to bring Schrader out of the cage. Obviously, one of the things Ontario is talking about right now, what are the circumstances in which we shoot? If the goal's wide open and you have the look, you take the shot, of course. But if Team USA doesn't see the ball again, there's no chance they can win. So running, sharp passes, good catches, that's got to be the first priority for Team Ontario as they try to put this away and avenge a 1-goal loss Team USA yesterday. Boy, has this been 2 days of really incredible competition between these teams. 41.5 seconds remaining. 6-5, Ontario in front. Out of the timeout, USA doubling quickly, trying to force Zavitz out of bounds. Zavitz gets around, the goal's open. He gets in front, Schrader races back. 30 seconds. Zavitz finds some help. Americans gotta get back in pressure, trying to get the ball out. Tremendous job of playing keep away right now by Team Ontario. They move it back towards the middle and Oldman. Oldman, the face-off specialist, helping. 12 seconds. He makes a dangerous pass. They're gonna turn it over, so Team USA will get one more chance here with 8 seconds remaining. They gotta push. Gotta fling it downfield and hope for the best. It will be caught. They're gonna get a chance behind the back, not on target. It was about all Kabiri could do. And Team Ontario with a stunning rally from down 3 goals in the first half and down 2 at halftime. They battle back and avenge their defeat yesterday by defeating Team USA 6-5 today. And Ontario gets their 9th point in Brogden Cup play. Let's take a look at our second half highlights. Again, it was 5-3 at the half.
Final score.
Zavitz, Keaton Zavitz, getting in front, scoring, cutting it to a 1-goal game. Then good back and forth, Lacrosse to Silva working with Riolini. And there's Riolini getting free. And Riolini scoring what would prove to be the game winner. Team USA had some chances late, but not able to convert as they fall 6-5. The Brogden Cup competition is even at 9 points between the USA and Ontario. Coming up next, USA Select U16 faces Haudenosaunee. That's next. You're watching the 2022 USA Lacrosse Fall Classic.